morning, I'm Neva Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Monday, 16th of March. In this update, questions are being asked about why New Zealand fuel prices are increasing so much. The domestic cost per litre of petrol has risen since the ongoing conflict in the Middle East disrupts the release of crucial supplies. The government says 50 days of fuel are in the country or on its way. Transporting New Zealand Chief Executive Dom Kalassi says most of the fuel being sold at higher prices would have been bought when oil prices were far lower. Costs from grocery supplies to supermarkets are rising mostly across the board. The Infometrics Foodstuffs New Zealand Grocery Supply Cost Index finds costs rose 2.3% in the year to February. It notes supplier costs rose across all departments apart from chilled foods. Infometrics principal economist Brad Olsen says some grocery items have seen larger increases, including a number of household staples. Fighting transnational crime will be a focus of the Prime Minister as he meets with Samoa and Tonga's new governments this week. Christopher Luxon arrived in Samoa overnight for the start of a 3-day trip to the two countries. With him is Police Minister Mark Mitchell and Police Commissioner Richard Chambers. Luxon says new governments in both countries are concerned about rising crime. A retail advocacy group is pushing the government for more information on the gift card rules coming into effect today. Legislation now requires the card to have a minimum expiry date of 3 years. Retailers who fail to do so could be slapped with a $30,000 fine. Retail NZ Chief Executive Carolyn Young says their members have been surprised by what the rules capture, including bonus gift cards. New Zealand is being urged to follow Australia and the UK in toughening rules on buy now, pay later schemes. Concerns are mounting from food banks and financial advisors that more Kiwis are battling after-pay debt from summer, Christmas and back-to-school purchases. FinCap policy advisor Jake Lilly says this is only the beginning, with energy and fuel price hikes on the way. He says the law needs to change to ensure affordability checks are the same as for other loans. The medicinal cannabis industry has growing pains, with reports thousands of patients are facing stock shortages and a supplier going into voluntary administration. Health New Zealand data reveals the dispensing of medicinal cannabis product soared from nearly 5,000 in 2020 to more than 260,000 last year. Security is the word in Los Angeles for today's Oscars ceremony. Hosted by Conan O'Brien for a second year, the festivities will feature a wide-open contest led by sinners with 16 nominations. In sport, Adam Hall has secured silver in the slalom standing on the final day of the Milan Cortina Paralympics, the sole New Zealand medal of the Games. Kimi Antonelli has broken an almost 20-year Italian driver drought for a race win with his maiden Formula One victory for Mercedes at the Chinese Grand Prix. Liam Lawson came 7th. The New Zealand men have lost the opening T20 cricket match by 7 wickets to South Africa at Mount Maunganui. Paul Cole has triumphed for a second time at the Australian Squash Open. I'm Neva Manu, and that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.